It's Sunday, which means it's time for this week's show and tell. Hey, it's me, JoJo. I'm a basic girl living in a plastic world. I collect a few different toy lines, but Transformers are my favorite. On this channel, you'll see figure reviews, toy hunts, weekly pickups, meet some great people in the community, and let's not forget the contests and giveaways. Welcome to JoJo's Toy Chest. Hey, it's me, JoJo. So, it's Sunday, which means time for another episode of Show and Tell. The closer I get to my due date, the less I plan on going out. So, I did pick up a few things this week, which I would say are pretty good. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, we have here the Pink Ranger. She was one of my favorite Power Rangers. Now, I have said Billy was my favorite, so she would have been my second favorite. So, does have the head flip in action, but they are newer boxes, so they no longer have that hole in the back so that you're able to flip the head, which I would say is pretty smart. Let's see. Kimberly is a champion gymnast using this skill as a Power Ranger. She is able to jump and flip out of almost any situation. Kimberly draws power from the pterodactyl dinosaur. Her signature weapon is the power bow. So, as you can see right here. Name, Kimberly Hart. Skill set, gymnastics. Personality, hardworking. Weapons, power bow and blade blaster. And her dinosaur is the pterodactyl. So, almost done with these. Now, I do need to get the Green Ranger again because the last one I had 2 left feet. But now all I'm missing is Goldar and Putty Patroller. So, surprisingly, this one was really difficult to find in stores. I'm sure it's different everywhere, but here, just never saw her. So, super excited to finally have her. Now, we've got Monsterverse, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, Frostbark, fully posable and articulated. These just look awesome. I mean, they're not a bad price. They look cool. Fully posable and articulated. Frostbark. From beneath the snowy tundra, the Frostbark erupts to unleash its freezer tendrils, locking onto enemies and turning them to ice. So far, both of these are Playmates. Playmates, I would say, is doing pretty good. Now, unfortunately, they will be losing their Turtles license this year, but that's okay. So, in this wave, we've got Godzilla Evolved, Real Feel. We've got Kong, Real Feel, Mothra, Burning Godzilla, and Kong. So, it's cute and ugly, but looks really cool. So, you can see on the back, there's another photo of him. Now, continuing with Playmates, we've got the TMNT G.I. Joe. Let's see. 23 points of articulation. Roadblock, rough. These just look freaking awesome. I'm not really the biggest G.I. Joe fan. Not that they don't look awesome, because a lot of them do. But these are probably some of my favorite ones so far. So, you can see it's a pretty big window. You got the photo of him, of Raph. On the back, shows you, let's see, Snake Eyes Leo, Shipwreck Mikey, Roadblock Raph, Dial Tone Donnie, Cobra Commander Shredder, Destro Krang, Ripper Bebop, Buzzer Rocksteady, and Storm Shadow Slash. There on the back, you can see who will be in this wave. These just look freaking awesome. The boxes look cool. 23 points of articulation. I mean, come on. That's pretty impressive. Tells you on the back. Codename Roadblock. Turtle Weapons Specialist. File name Raphael. Primary military specialty Infantry Heavy Weapons. Secondary military specialty Pizza Cook. And birthplace Missy's Pets and More. New York location. That's adorable. So, I'm not going to read everything. Probably just read a little bit more. Let's see. A 50 cal Browning weighs 84 pounds. Add 50 pounds for the ammo. That's about 134 pounds of steel. Plus pepperoni, cheese, and surprise sewer toppings. And you've got a steel stomach to match. Anybody who can handle that doesn't need a machine gun to keep me away. So, this figure includes Tri-Cypod, Turtle Shalmet, and Throwing Star Gatling Blaster. So, as you can see, those are here. So, these are freaking awesome. Now, continuing with TMNT and G.I. Joe, we've got Cobra Commander Shredder. That just looks, like I already said, freaking awesome. So, file name, Shredder. Primary military specialty, Intelligence. Secondary military specialty, Ordnance. Experimental mutagen weaponry. And, well, his birthplace is classified. Now, Cobra Commander is hatred and evil personified. Corrupt to his core. His only love is turtle soup. That's horrible. This figure includes Retro Mutagen Ray, Katana, 2 Ninja Stars, Kyokasu, Shoj, Knife, and Fist Dagger. So, comes with a little more accessories, but they're pretty small, so makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, this is just awesome. So that is what I picked up this week. So that's it for this week's show and tell. But before we go, do you want to let everyone know that for about the next month or so, Mike will be taking over because, well, I don't want to go into labor while I'm filming. So, before we go ahead and have Mike take over, we're going to go ahead and put him in a collector's spotlight. So, let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and continue with our collector's spotlight. So, Mike, come on out.
It sounded like I was hiding. Come on. Okay. Hello, everyone.
So, how are you doing today?
Good. As long as I don't have to go to work and get to hang out with you, it's always a good day.
Are you excited about the baby?
Yeah. I mean, you wonder how the delivery's going to go, right, compared to the last one, but, I mean, I'm not the one that has to go through it. I just get to sit there and cheer you on. So yeah, I mean, I'm always excited. I know you're more nervous, probably, but I don't know. It might be a mixture of both of you. So.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, name is Mike. I'm originally, 11 miles outside of Lubbock, small town of Shallowater, 51 years old, Army veteran, and I have been doing mobile electronics, 28 years now. And I collect action figures. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, how long have you been collecting?
I guess really collecting, it's always been kind of off and on. But it started in 2002 and then it stopped and picked up again like in 2008. There's been things that have, probably like most people out there, sometimes you have that dead spell where there's just nothing you're really into. And then of course, 2020, a little after we got together, it was I already knew like McFarlane was coming out with DC figures. I was excited about that. And I knew Mattel was bringing back Mo too. So, it's been in spurts, it's been in spurts, but I would think the 2002 relaunch of Mo 2 is kind of what kickstarted it.
Okay. Yeah. What started the collecting journey for you?
I mean, to be more descriptive, it was, so in 2000 and 2001, Mattel had did like commemorative series and they were just replicas of the vintage 80s figures. And I remember seeing them and I did pick them up. And then, back then we had, with social media and internet now, you get to see everything, like months before we're getting it. There used to be a Toy Fair magazine and I didn't even know, but I walked into a Kmart one day and I wasn't even, toy shopping. I wasn't even collecting toys at the time. And right there in the front was a little gondola. And I see Masters of the Universe and they had Merman, Stratos, and Man-at-Arms. And I looked at the back of the box and I saw He-Man, Skeletor, Beastman. I was like, it was taken back to that little kid that in the early 80s when I walked into TG&Y and just happened to walk and see Masters of the Universe, in the aisle. So that night I went to the other Kmart and we only had 3 Walmarts at the time and, made sure I had the other 3. And that was kind of like the start of it was Mattel's. And you know what? I don't know why they call it 2000X. It's a 2002 relaunch, but everyone always says 2000X, 2002, 2004. That's always made no sense to me. But yeah, that would have been the, I guess the start of serious collecting. So.
I like how you say there was only 3 Walmarts at the time.
Yeah. I mean, now we got 5. They're open. Yeah, they want to do another one. We just got a new Ross in Burlington. So that makes 4 Rosses in Lubbock, right? Some people don't even have one. So, yeah. It's hard to find stuff out there.
What do you like the least about collecting?
Man, how much time you got? A lot of things I don't like, but I mean, it's always a matter of space. Like when I purged the McFarlane figures and the Origin figures, I think a lot of people were surprised, but didn't really have an attachment like that. But space, I mean, you got to think about it. The McFarlane collection was ridiculous. The room is huge and it filled pretty much 3 walls. Stuff was all over the floor and there was over close to 500 pieces and, yeah, ridiculous. So space is one. I don't like entitled collectors, the whiners. The ones that cry because they can't find something. It's like, I mean, it's a hobby. It's supposed to be fun, not stressful. If it's stressing you out, do something else. But yeah, when it comes to things I don't like, it's just running out of space because it makes me have to be more selective on what I want to collect. And then, certain people out there just give the hobby a bad name. And we've seen it in the aisles with people freaking out because I've been here every day. So it's not that big of a deal, right? It's just plastic. It's not life changing. And, I mean, prices are getting ridiculous. Hell, some of those Hasbro figures, and I don't see the worth the $50 tag. McFarlane's got these elite like Savage Dragons, stuff like that. Damn sure not worth the damn near $6 price tag on it. But if you want it, you're going to pay for it. And I think they already know that. So,
But the Playmates does do good on their prices.
Playmates is great, and I think Mattel's taking a chunk out of that. Like Playmates, their Godzilla line or whatever, MonsterVerse line's $10. Their average turtle line's $10. That G.I. Joe TMNT crossover, their Godzilla crossover, those are $15 with lots of articulation. Mattel has their core class for $9.99, and then they got their DC Premier for $12.99. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens when they take over Turtles and see where the price falls. But Playmates does really good at hitting that price point. But then again, Playmates has always been really more geared they all should be kid geared, but Playmates really falls in that category. So yeah, I've always wondered how they're able to do it. And some of these bigger companies that have way more money don't do it. But then again, that's probably why they have way more money. So
yeah, that's true. It's horrible though. Okay, so what is your favorite part about collecting?
I mean, it used to be just going into the stores and finding it, and I hate pre-ordering stuff. And if I don't find it in the stores, chances are I'm not going to worry myself or stress myself out. But the ordering, a lot of times, I don't know, we see it all the time, people complaining that their pre-orders got canceled, over and over. But, yet they'll continue to pre-order in the hopes of getting it. And I know sometimes they do, and that's great. For me, that's just too much stress to worry about. Oh, did I get my order in on time? Oh my God, they canceled it. It's not that serious, right?
As long as you get your money back.
Yeah, as long as you get your money back, I guess. But I mean, you want the plastic if you're putting your money out there. It's just, you already know, like with Walmart cancels so many damn pre-orders. Target kind of does a little bit better. GameStop is now taking a lot of focus of the collecting. That's why their stores are shifting. Same with Target. Stores are shifting how they're going to be doing things. But yeah, now, so it used to be finding stuff, but it's kind of shifted more now. I think for me, the better part is, I'm more family oriented now. A lot of people say I've been domesticated, right? So I love that you take an interest in it, right? You kind of really went beyond me, because I kind of stick to a few lines, and you're kind of like all over the place. But, even Sierra, she's got her Ninja Turtle collection, and Vega's a Hello Kitty, and she likes to keep them in boxes and stuff like that. And Paige with Joker and Harley. So, I think that's kind of cool that some of that stuff just wears off, and it's nice to see what they're interested in, and curious to kind of see where it goes from there. So,
You got Don with that Gundam stuff, but
Donovan, he's just all
expensive.
anime, He's real anime. I mean, he's more gaming though. I mean,
Yeah.
he likes to look at the figure, and then it just, it doesn't matter what happens to him at the point. He's just going to get online. But yeah, I mean, for the girls, it's crazy, right? The three girls in the house, they found something that they like, and they don't mind keeping it boxed. And that's not because we tell them to, it's because they're like, I'm just going to keep it,
Which makes me wonder what the baby will be into.
I'm not telling.
Okay, let's see. What has changed most since you originally started collecting?
Social media. I mean, when I started collecting, I think anybody who's been doing it a while, you went into a store and it was there or it wasn't, but I see a lot of times in posts where people are like, I can't find anything. Well, I mean, look at it this way. When you've got thousands of people posting, hey, this is showing up at Walmart, this is showing up at Target, what do you think thousands of people are getting up and they're rushing to Walmart, they're rushing to Target, Ross, or wherever it may be? So it's probably not that it's not showing up in your area. It's just, unfortunately, social media is good and it is bad. We can all see what's coming out. We can see early images of it. But at the same time, you get those fanatics out there that is, I mean, I don't know how many times I drove, I see people that are like, I drove perfect example that those McFarlane figures, the release date's not August. I mean, they're saying like July 24th, July 27th, but August is the release date, right? Even asking our Target today, they've got them for the reset, right? They're there. But I'll see people, I drove 4 hours this way, 5 hours that way. Like, seriously? Like, that's a lot of hassle to put in getting a figure. You know what I mean?
Especially with gas prices.
To me, it is. And I get it. Everybody collects different, and you have completionists, and you get people that just live on FOMO. But I think social media, because now there's just so much out there that you can see that's coming, and you can get excited for it. But also at the same time, it's just, in a way, it does make it harder to go find something. You know what I mean? Because I already know if I see the post here, every collector in Lubbock that's following the same pages has seen the same posts. And guess what? We run into them in the aisle sometimes or whatever. And I mean, if they beat you to it, they beat you to it. But, otherwise before it was just, I mean, hell, I didn't even know what was coming out. Like, I didn't know the 2002 line was coming. Just walked in the store and there it was, right? I didn't know DC Universe Classics was coming. Like, all that stuff was just stuff that I found at that time period, and it was cool finding it and seeing it. And then now it's like, oh my God, I want to get that, so.
Is there anything you're looking forward to coming out this year?
I mean, more so next year, but I of course, with Mattel retaking over DC, kind of curious to see where they're going to go. There's actually a guy who's in a lot of groups, and I don't even know if people pay attention. I don't want to put his name out there, but he's a sculptor from Mattel. And every now and then, if you're cool with him, he kind of lets you in on a few things. And from what it sounds like, there's a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline. I think one missed opportunity McFarlane never did is, I don't know why you never did McFarlane, like Mortal Kombat versus DC 2-packs. You have both properties, just missed it. Mattel, they had already done DC Universe Classics versus Masters of the Universe Classics. So, yeah, I don't see them missing that opportunity. The same as I don't see them missing doing DC figures in the Motu scale. They've done it with the wrestlers. Funko did Primal Age, and I think you saw images of those figures that kind of looked like Motu figures. They just broke real easy. So I'm really just kind of curious to see what they got coming down the line. And their core line is cool. Like, I think from the packaging, if anybody remembers when Mattel went away from that ugly reddish brown package from Multiverse, and their last two waves were solid. The Killer Croc Build-A-Figure and the Lobo Build-A-Figure wave were solid, and it was a nice blue packaging. Packaging is pretty much on par. Remember the ones we see at Star Comics? It's been the case for a while. That blue packaging, so it's kind of, when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's kind of almost like they're trying to pick up where they left off in some ways. But yeah, I'm really looking more forward to see what they do. And, I don't collect a lot of Marvel, but I really like that Hulk Classics line. So I'm kind of curious how far that's going to go. So.
For the power of Grayskull!
So, what lines are you collecting now?
As far as collecting now, it's going to be mainly focused on, I really like the Motu Core Class. I know a lot of people don't, but like when I purged the Origins, it was, again, if it becomes difficult to collect, then I don't want to do it. The Mattel Creations, right? Like, I don't mind it if I really want it, but putting figures on there, and then it's like they weren't sure what they wanted to do. Mattel has a bad habit of this. They will come out running, and then it goes like sideways, right? But I really like the Core Class. I kind of feel more like a kid when I see those, so they're just basic figures, decent articulation, inkjet print on the face versus the Origins, which the Origins are like $22 and these are $10. And if you look at He-Man's eyes, just little black dots, but you can look at the core figure and it's, got the blue eyes and stuff like that. So the Core and the Chronicles will say box. Core is going to be probably both boxed and loose. And then of course the DC stuff. box stand lives probably on Mattel, and then just looking forward to what they do whenever the collector line hits. And oddly enough, I'm a Spider-Man fan and I'm a Hulk fan, so that Marvel Legend Hulk Classics line, those were always cool. I had those when I was, younger, when Toy Biz was doing them. So they look great right now. The packaging and the figures look great. So yeah, I'll be picking those up.
Is there a line coming out or one already out that you have thought about collecting but haven't?
So the Hulk Classics, you know what? I am a Spider-Man fan too. When that Spider-Man retro line first hit, a lot of those figures I wanted to keep, but again, there was so much DC in the room and stuff, like there was nowhere to put it. So that's why I was like, we'd get it and it's going to go to a giveaway or whatever. Those were cool. The Secret Wars that Marvel Legends is doing, that's just because my little brother had that stuff. When we were growing up, it was always cool stuff to see, but, also Jada. I kind of wanted to do the Street Fighter figures. And if the Mega Man figures were like more available in store, I think Jada does probably some of the best figures for the money out there. Like great articulation, great sculpts. But yeah, it'd probably be like Street Fighter, Mega Man, and maybe that Spider-Man retro line I would have liked to have got into.
Okay. What would be your Grail figure?
You know what I would really like, and I'm hoping somebody redoes this line, Inhumanoids. There's a Decompose and Tendril. It'd be a tie. Either one of those. I'd love one of those, right? They were big, and I remember Roland had Decompose. My little brother had Decompose, and I would see Tendril in the store, but, according to my parents, I was already, at 10 years old, we were dated out. Like, don't play with toys anymore. I had to hit the fields and go work in the fields at that time. So, but yeah, I think Decompose or Tendril, I just thought they were so like odd looking, but cool at the same time. That whole toy line was cool. So I'm surprised nobody's done it yet. Maybe Nacelle's doing a lot of these weird, things back. You figure Hasbro would do it, but we'll see. But yeah, it'd be one of those two.
What is your favorite figure or piece in your collection currently?
Right now, it would be a statue over anything, and you got me that statue probably, I don't even know, maybe 21. It's the DC Direct. It's the Batman Who Laughs, the Dark Knight's Metal, Batman Who Laughs with the Robin Crows. I think it's just got so much detail in it. It looks badass. Like, I don't know. Like, every time I look at that, you just can't be mad. You know what I mean? You have a bad day at work, and if I come in and you're not sitting right there in the living room, well, then that's right there. So I get that to look at. It kind of makes you just happy right there. So, yeah, it'd be that one right now. Still, since I've gotten it, it's probably my favorite piece.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do some rapid fire. Okay. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Motu or Thundercats?
Motu.
Star Wars or G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe.
Black Star or Silverhawks?
Black Star.
Centurions or Inhumanoids?
Inhumanoids.
Transformers or GoBots?
Transformers, but I got a little love for GoBots. They were just so easy to transform. You don't have to do much with them, but yeah, Transformers.
Street Sharks or Extreme Dinosaurs?
That one's a close one. I have to go with the Street Sharks. Extreme Dinosaurs look cool, but yeah, Street Sharks.
Hulk Hogan or Macho Man?
Oh, Macho Man. All day long.
Okay. Now, what advice do you have for fellow collectors?
Send me all your shit that you don't want. No, I'm just kidding. Realistically, it's a hobby, right? It's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be fun. Don't take it too serious, like, don't lose any sleep over that figure you can't find. Like I said, it's supposed to be fun. And if you're at that point to where you're freaking out and you're upset because you don't have that figure, chances are you're probably not a hobbyist. You might be an addict at that time. So there's a fine line between that. So, there's a reason my email's Plastic Junkie is because like you see it, You know, I've seen it for years on the toils when people go nuts, or online. People get mad because somebody will find figures and like, I can't find these in my area. It's not the end of the world. Or I think my favorite is like when somebody like buys like the whole set. Like, so with McFarlane, here's the problem, right? McFarlane gives you the case breakdown. There's a platinum and a regular, platinum and a regular, platinum and a regular. If you're a completionist, and McFarlane is the reason I kind of decided not to be a completionist, but if you're a completionist, you're going to buy that whole case because there it is. You know what I mean? And people will get mad, and sometimes they're like in 3 states away. You're like, they weren't in your store anyway. Why are you mad about it? You know, be glad somebody else found them. But yeah, don't take it too serious. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a stress reliever, right? You're supposed to walk in and be happy at, you know, what you've accomplished as far as your collecting. And also make your collection yours. You don't know how many times I see in groups, somebody's like, I can only buy one. Should I buy this one or that one? Buy the one you want, right? It's going to be in your collection, not mine. My opinion shouldn't matter on what you want, neither should anybody else's. So yeah, have fun with it. Collect what you want, and don't take it too serious.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty good advice. Okay, so that's it for Collector Spotlight. Thank you for coming on, baby.
Not a problem. Always a pleasure. So thank you for listening, watching.
Okay, so that is it for today's Show and Tell and Collector Spotlight. Now, remember, Mike will be taking over for the next month. You'll still see me here and there, but for members giveaway will be Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central. Saturday will be the members live at 7:30. And also, we are 25 away from our 3K mark. So again, if you haven't subscribed or you know someone that hasn't, you know, let them know about the channel. But other than that, hope you guys all have a great weekend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, ring that notification bell. Also, memberships are available. Just click that join button to see what the tiers have to offer. Hope everyone has a great week and happy hunting.
Let's go.